Today we are going to Idaho.
We haven't been there in a while.
Have you ever been to Idaho?
No. Have you?
No, I don't think so.
Has anyone on here ever been to Idaho? Desiree, Shram, Andalyn, Jacob, anyone?
This is a crazy one, dude. This was on headlines a little bit ago, and it was in the news, and I just had to learn more about it. So this is March 13th, 2024, which was a little over a month ago.
Okay.
That this incident happened. Bingham County, Idaho, 134 West 600 North. So I'm going to go there on the Google Earth, 134 West 600 North. So this is the house we're going to tonight. Whoa, this is like way off the beaten path.
I would imagine that's like most of Idaho. But
Damn. Hey, what are these?
crop circles?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen these all over. Is this? Oh, that's what the thing that spins around. It's like a irrigation thing.
I don't know. Interesting though.
Yeah. So the person that owns this must own like all of this land right here. I'm sure you can get a lot of land in Idaho for good, not too much money. Like here at least, you know what I'm saying? Like all of this land you could get. Anyway, this is the house we're going to tonight. Exactly that house. I don't think Google's going to let us go down that road. No.
Doesn't look like it.
But way out here in the boons. And as you can see, let's see, where's the nearest town? Oh my God. Way out here. Down here where we're living now, there's no restaurants. There's no fast food. But on the way to town to get to those places, you pass at least 4 churches. Like at least, like I'm not even joking, 4, maybe even more.
I think so.
Yeah, which is crazy because there's no food. There's not even a gas station where we're living now. Not even a gas station, but you pass at least 4 churches before you get there, which is crazy.
In the South.
Yeah. So anyway, that's where we're going to tonight. This is very late. At night. 2 a.m., 134th West 600 North. And it is a home of a lovely woman, Christine Jenneiahn. At this home, an 85-year-old mother, Christine Jenneiahn, her last name is Jenneiahn, 85 years old, and her son, David. The son is also an adult son, disabled.
Okay.
Like permanently disabled. I saw briefly about what had happened. He had a traumatic brain injury at 15. Leaving him permanently disabled. So he is living at home with his mother. It was a peaceful night, as you guys saw in Idaho. There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
Quiet, peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Until Christine hears the unmistakable sound of glass shattering. Police will find her back window shattered open and the screwdriver used to do it still laying there. An intruder breaks in to the house. So this house, it's a kind of a small house. There's a downstairs area, and downstairs is where the disabled son David lives, or that's where his room and stuff is. But there are other rooms downstairs as well.
Yeah.
2 a.m, 85-year-old and her son are awakened. Well, I don't know about the son yet, but Christine, the grandmother, is awakened. Right when she kind of realizes what's going on, she sees a harrowing sight. A man, a large, imposing man, or a silhouette of a man, standing at her bedside, looking down at her. This man, his face was obstructed by a ski mask, a black ski mask. He was wearing a military-style jacket. He was large and imposing, and he also came prepared. On this man, as we'll see, this man came with multiple firearms, silencers. You know what that is, right? Okay. Ski mask, ropes. Like he is going to do some damage here. Now, we've covered cases where, like I know Richard Ramirez did this, where he just kind of pick a random house and doesn't know who's in it until he's in there, right? So maybe this is kind of one of those. He starts pointing his 9mm pistol in her face, yelling, shouting. At this point, she's police can't really tell us what actually happened when the man surprises her. Perhaps he hits her with the butt of the pistol, which he will do all through the night. He's going to hit her with the butt side of the pistol stroker. What is it? Pistol whip. Yeah. Pistol whipped her. Sorry, I'm tired. He's pointing his gun in her face. You're going to fucking die. You're going to fucking die. He's yelling. He's screaming. She is confused. And then he starts demanding her valuables. So at least she knows what this is now. She is being robbed at gunpoint by a very large and frightening individual.
Jacob says he likes pistol stroke better.
Pistol stroke. I am fucking tired. All right. At this point, the intruder grabs Christine by the arm and yanks her out of bed. Now, this is an 85-year-old woman. I keep saying that, but to be yanked out of bed, I mean, her arm is like getting dislocated. He throws her on the ground, completely disregarding her age or, her safety or anything. And he immediately takes some handcuffs that he had brought with him. He has a multiple pair of handcuffs and he puts them on Christine. Now, when police find this crime scene, and it's a harrowing crime scene, this is what the handcuffs looked like attached to the chair. This is the exact ones. So this chair, you see, it's important because it's really heavy. It's a wooden chair, as you see, but it also has a swivel mechanism on the bottom. You see,
okay, yep.
That'll be important later. It's a very heavy chair. So she, at this point, is dragged into the living room from her bedroom. Now, the son's downstairs, and he's going to stay downstairs the whole time, okay? So he's not, I told you he was disabled, so he's not running up and, intervening. Okay. This intruder starts striking Christine on the head. Police will find blood everywhere. Blood on the walls, blood on the carpet. They think that the intruder had hit Christine to awaken her because there was blood on her pillows. There was blood on the sheets. The intruder handcuffs Christine to the wooden chair and starts demanding her valuables. From the office of the prosecuting attorney, he then asked her where the valuables were kept in the home and placed his pistol against her head after she told him that she didn't have much. The man strikes her head again and goes downstairs. Now, there are multiple rooms downstairs. He starts rummaging through everything, trying to find anything, some china or some bracelets, whatever he could find. He is stealing from this lady. And this is where he discovers that she has a son, David, who is disabled, downstairs. He specifically asked her and demanded to know if she was the only person in the house. And she said yes, as you would to protect your son. So he runs back upstairs and is really upset by this fact that he was lied to. Mm-hmm. So he pistol whips her again. Now, he goes back downstairs. Now, the whole time that this is going on, he's making all this noise. When he finds out that David's down there, he runs up. He's saying, I'm going to fucking kill you and your son. You're dead. He is putting the pistol, and it has a silencer on it, so it's kind of a long mechanism, putting it right on her cheek, like shoving her cheek. Like, oh, now this is an 85-year-old woman, so she's bruising easily already. Mm-hmm. He goes back downstairs, and he leaves Christine attached to this wooden chair. And I said, this wooden chair is extremely heavy. And for an 85-year-old woman to move this chair is not possible. However, Christine, at this point, she is probably thinking, okay, this isn't about me, as you would being a mother. This is about my son. How can I save my son? What can I do? What options do I have? What choices? Do I have any choices? I need to save my son. My top priority is on saving my disabled son. And this man is going to kill both of us. There is no doubt. Mm-hmm. So from wherever that motherly strength comes from that she doesn't have as an 85-year-old woman, from that superhuman strength to save her son, wherever that comes from, she starts dragging her chair. And that's a big chair, as I showed you. Now, she's got to do this very strategically. The wooden floor with the wooden chair legs is going to make that, it's going to the whole time. Mm-hmm. And you don't want this guy to hear that because he's going to come up there and just kill you right there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, why didn't he already do that? She's going to die anyway. I'm surprised he just didn't go ahead and do the deed.
Yeah.
So she starts thinking, all right, he's making a lot of noise downstairs. He is trying to find anything to sell or whatever. And he is throwing my things around and they're crashing on the ground. So when he throws a box of old pots down, that's when I'll move a little bit. So she is waiting for the right time every time to drag her chair across the floor. But why? Why would she do that? Is she trying to get away? Is she trying to get down to the basement, to the bottom floor? What I didn't tell you earlier is this 85-year-old mother. She runs a pawn shop, the local pawn shop in town. She runs it. She's been doing it forever.
Well, that's probably like she was targeted because of this.
There you go. Also, what comes through pawn shops on a regular basis?
Rolexes.
Have you ever been to a pawn shop?
No, I've actually never been to a pawn shop.
Okay, there's no Rolexes that come through pawn shops.
It was kind of a joke. It was kind of a joke. But I don't know.
Guns come through pawn shops a lot.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
I didn't realize that was legal, I guess.
Yeah, like a pawn and gun place. Like usually they're kind of like right next to each other.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is this 85-year-old Christine Jenneiahn, she owns a lot of guns.
They mess with the wrong lady.
I was going to say oh, shit. I buy all my shit at the pawn shop. I'm just kidding. We haven't been to Goodwill in a bit. So Christine has a lot of guns in the house. A lot of guns. But the one that she keeps under her pillow, which is closest to her, she's in the living room, so it's just one room over. If she can drag her chair there and get back and hide the gun, if she can do that, she'll have a shot. And that pistol that's under her pillow is a .357 Magnum revolver, which is a very large caliber gun.
I know that from all the times we played Resident Evil. Always wait for the Magnum. Hold out.
Yeah, that is true. So that's I've heard that before too. Always wait.
Always hold out for the Magnum.
Oh yeah. I take a Magnum.
I did not hold out for
I take a Magnum and I have to wrap it around twice. Anyway.
Oh, God.
And I still have some leftovers. All right. She has a .357 Magnum that she keeps locked and loaded under her pillow at all times. The Magnum covers the balls. Oh shit. I remember, it's so embarrassing, like when you go, when you're, I don't know, 16 and you're buying condoms and you see the Magnums there. They're always above all the other ones.
You needed to buy condoms at 16?
Yeah, fuck it, of course.
As a just in case.
Just in case. I'm the one that kept it in the wallet like for a fucking year. You never know, man. I just might be at the mall or something, and I might need this condom. I'm pretty sure it's still there. Anyway, she has a .357 Magnum that she keeps locked and loaded under her pillow because she knows she could be targeted. She's a pawn shop owner. She has a lot of things in her home. A lot of it won't fit in the pawn shop. So she actually, using this strategy of waiting till she hears a loud sound from downstairs of this guy rummaging through her stuff, she drags her chair all the way to the bedroom. Now that is a feat because that is a heavy chair. Mm-hmm. Not only is it wooden, and not only is she handcuffed to the back of the chair, so she's actually sitting on the chair and she has to drag herself, her body, and this chair, which is a swivel chair. So it's that extra metal circular thing with the gears and all this stuff. And she's 85 years old. Mm-hmm. That's a lot to do, but she does it. Somehow she does it. She gets to the bedroom and gets back right when this guy's walking upstairs. In fact, when this intruder, when he turns his head, she had just tucked this .357 Magnum in between the couch cushions. As soon as she tucks it in there, she releases her hand, brings it back up, and tries to sit there like, oh my God, I hope he didn't see that. I've been here the whole time. He didn't notice, luckily.
Wow.
He comes up there and is screaming. She said she didn't have much, and apparently he's not finding what he wanted, which I don't know what he wanted. Gold, maybe? Who knows? He comes up there screaming, yelling, and saying, I'm going to kill you and your son. This is it. You're going to die. this is it. He takes his pistol and he walks over to Christine, who is still tied to the chair.
She's handcuffed. He's handcuffed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He walks over to Christine, who is still handcuffed to the chair. She has enough arm movement to grab the pistol if she wanted. Now, at this point, she is thinking 3 words: now or never. I went and I got this gun. Am I going to use it or not? Or is he going to kill me and my son and probably get away with this because he covered his tracks? You know, he parked forward down the street. He was using a ski mask. You know, she didn't have cameras, obviously, but he used gloves. Like there's maybe he'll get away with it. So she is thinking, is this going to be it, or am I going to do something about this? I would also like to ask if this intruder would have still dared to enter this 85-year-old woman's home if he knew by any chance that for nearly 3 decades, Christine was an instructor for the Olympic shooting team. Right?
Jeez. Oh my God. Oh my God. This intruder should have done like a little bit more research into his target. Oh my God. What's up, Oregonian?
What's up?
Oh my God. Shut up.
No, yeah, 3 decades. She's the one that taught the Olympic shooters how to shoot.
Is this Annie Oakley? Like, who the fuck? Like,
basically, yeah.
Damn. He definitely picked the wrong house. Damn, son. You should have done a little bit more homework. But then again, I guess it's why you're a criminal. So.
No shit. Now. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. You cannot make that shit up.
She's a fucking badass, dude. I mean, all right.
I can't wait to see a picture of this lady. I hope you found one.
They're pictures of it. She's an old grandma. She's an old lady. I mean, I show it to her.
Yeah. I need to see the vision of this badass.
Yeah, I gotcha. He is walking towards her right now. His 9mm is raising up. He's going to kill her.
He's got a puny little 9mm in comparison to her Magnum.
No shit. It is night and day difference. I mean, 357 Magnum, 9mm.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
It's huge difference, you know? Huge difference. So even though she's handcuffed, my money is on her. He starts lifting up his pistol. He's going to blow her away. And then she realizes it's now or never. She reaches over with her one free hand. One hand's handcuffed. She reaches over with her unhandcuffed hand and pulls that revolver from the pillow. And before this guy knew what hit him, both of her shots that she fired penetrated his chest, one directly through the heart. Directly through the heart. Now, this is under extreme stress, and she's 85. Her sight is a little not like I used to be. 2 shots, one of them right through the center of the heart, the other one right about on the same. It barely missed the heart, but you know, she is 85, and it is nighttime. Now,
Jesus Christ.
Now, this man is pushed back, but even if you get shot in the heart, you still have a few seconds. And this man returned fire, and he unloaded his entire clip. And he hit Christine multiple times with the 9mm rounds. Multiple times, Christine was shot in the abdomen, in the legs, in the arms. He was falling down, dying as he was shooting at her. Okay. Police will find him in the kitchen, dead, where he barely crawled 24 inches before he died, shot directly through the heart. Christine Jenneiahn collapses back on the couch, and she is going in and out of consciousness the whole time. She just made a sharpshooter's freaking bullseye straight through the heart. This guy is dead, but unfortunately she got shot a lot too. She is in and out of consciousness, but in her mind it's not about her. It's not about her. It's about her son. She has a disabled son downstairs, and I showed you where she lives. How long would it take for a regular person to ask about her? It's just her and her son. There's no husband. There's no other son that's coming to visit. Like, how long will it take for for anyone to find her as she's bleeding out. So she makes another conscious decision to force herself to stay awake and alert.
Wow.
Just in case this guy comes back up or whatever, she's there. Now, how she did that, and obviously she survived this, as you can probably tell, she would tell the police that this whole event lasted about 30 minutes, the shooting, and then I killed him.
Wow.
And she knew that because there's a grandfather clock. This is kind of showing her age too. A big grandfather clock in the living room. And this is one of the ways that she kept herself conscious for 10 hours as she tried to put pressure on her own wounds. For 10 hours. Lifesavers and EMTs wouldn't be there until 12:17 the following day. 10 hours. She had to wait. She couldn't move. She was using the grandfather clock, the tick-tock, tick-to, and the dinging every hour to keep herself conscious and alive because her son would starve and die downstairs. However, luckily, she knew eventually her disabled son eventually would find a way to come up upstairs and give her the phone. He didn't know how to do 911 or anything else, but he knew what the phone was and he knew to give it to mom. So she immediately calls 911. And can you read from the East Idaho News?
From eastidahonews.com, inside, officers found, how do you pronounce her last name?
Jenneiahn.
Officers found Jenneiahn in her nightgown, lying in a pool of blood, but alive on the living room floor. She was handcuffed to a chair and had a phone in her hand. She had a cut to the top of her head and multiple gunshot wounds, but Jenneiahn was conscious and alert.
The Bingham County prosecuting attorney who weighed in on this case, his name is Ryan Jolly, said this case presents an easy analysis of self-defense. It also presents on one of the most heroic acts of self-preservation I have ever heard of. That Christine survived this encounter is truly incredible. Her grit, determination, and will to live appear to be what saved her that night. The intruder, his name is Derek Condon. This is his 9mm that he had. You see the silencer there? Here's one more of the chair. You see the chair. And this is the one that got it straight in the heart.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking idiot, man. Holy shit. This is his ski mask that he had on.
Wow.
And
wowza.
He actually had 2 guns with him. And I'll tell you why here in a second. This is the 9mm with a red dot scope on it, extended magazine. And this is a 22 caliber that he had as well. So he was, as you're going to find out, this isn't going to be the first person he was going to kill tonight. But can you read the next one? So his name is Derek Condon.
When deputies found Condon in the kitchen, he was on the floor on his back. A black mask was covering his face. He was wearing a camouflage jacket and jeans, according to the report. Condon was wearing a shoulder bag. Multiple items were found on him, including pistols, magazines, coins, silver bars, a brass black powder holder, magazine holders, a knife, and a sword.
A sword. He had a sword on him.
Jesus.
So think about, and obviously this is considered justifiable homicide.
Oh, yeah.
And no one doubts that. The Bingham County Sheriff's Office put out a report to the public, and the sentiment really felt like they did it to kind of explain what they were thinking, like in case someone had a problem with it, but no one has a problem with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, it says, and this is Idaho section 19202A, no person in this state shall be placed in legal jeopardy of any kind whatsoever for protecting himself. In addition, an individual acting in self-defense is not required to wait until he or she ascertains whether the danger is apparent or real and need not retreat from any place that person has a right to be. A person may stand his ground and defend himself or another person by the use of all force and means which would appear to be necessary to a reasonable person in a similar situation with a similar knowledge without the benefit of hindsight. Okay, so what would you do? What would you do to stay alive, to protect your family, to take action? Because she had to consciously make that decision to do it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he wouldn't have killed her and her son.
I don't know, with all the weapons he brought.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, if she didn't kill him, you know, he would have been out, perhaps not even been arrested.
Yeah.
now Jenneiahn, when she was interviewed about this, she was ultimately sad because she said she's just a quote nice old lady, and she is. Everyone loves her in this little town of Rose, and everyone knows everyone, and she has been bringing cookies to the police station for years. Homemade cookies. She would bring them by every Sunday, for the guys working on the weekends. They all knew her. They knew exactly this address. They never had to go there, to visit, and say, hey, but they knew exactly where this was. And everyone's supporting her, helping her. She's still recuperating. She told police that she's a, quote, nice old lady, but, quote, you can only push somebody so far. When asked if she even remembers getting shot, she said, quote, oh yeah, that hurt. So she's very down to earth. Can you read from the
badass
Bingham prosecution?
From the Bingham prosecution attorney, Ryan Jolly, there were at least 11 holes in her, gunshot holes in her, Jolly said. I am not positive how many those were through and through shots. I don't believe that it was 11 separate gunshots that hit her. He added Condon had emptied his entire magazine. The firearm that he shot her with had the slide locked back, and he had an empty magazine in it that was found. Jolly said he shot until his firearm was empty.
So I would guess that she was shot 9 times.
Jeez.
Which
she like 50 Cent.
That's what I'm saying.
You had that ready.
She is on par with 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Because he says, oh, Pac got shot 8. That's what he says. I got shot 9 and I'm still breathing. Remember that song? She said she really didn't want to kill anybody, but she had to make that decision.
She had to.
And she was pushed too far. Now, one of the reasons that it is also really awesome that she did this and she decided to do this is because Derek Condon, as we're going to find out from his wife, was at the end of his rope. Depression, mental health issues. He had made the decision to go in there and kill Christine and her son because he was going to go out that night himself. Mm-hmm. He was going to self-inflict a gunshot wound on himself. He didn't want to be the only one going out that night, dying. He didn't want to be the only one getting killed that night. So he knew he was going to die that night. The wife also said that she didn't know he was going to go do this, but he had a, quote, small list.
Like a hit list?
A hit list. So Christine Jenneiahn, 85-year-old mother, not only saved herself and her disabled son, but she saved everyone else on that list.
Yes, she did.
Because he had 2 sets of handcuffs, handcuff keys, ski mask, suppressed weapons. He had plenty of ammo for multiple encounters that night. So, 30 years freaking training the Olympic shooting team, man. Like, wow. Jesus Christ. Only 2 shots fired, one straight through the center of the heart.
Dang, good for her.
This guy got all of his entire magazine out. Granted, it's a 9mm, but the entire magazine out and didn't kill her. And she got 2 shots, and the first one is all she needed because it went straight through his heart.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
So she is a hero.
She is a hero.
And I thought her story, is very inspiring.
Did you find a picture of her, or was the picture that you had a 50 Cent?
No. No, let me show you. This is her right here. That's her.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, she's like the ones. She'd make you cookies at night.
Damn.
An apple pie on Sunday morning. She's an 85-year-old sweet old lady. She didn't, I want to be clear, like, she didn't want to kill anybody. Damn. She didn't want to kill this man.
I cannot believe that you fucking trained the Olympics shooting team.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
holy shit.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
like, dude.
Nuts.
You just broke into the wrong fucking house, man.
Maybe he did know all that about her and just thought he would.
No, dude, no way. There's no way.
Great story.
Yeah, so she, it's inspiring, man, because, she has a disabled son. She's 85, so her son he's got to be like over 40, I would imagine. Or more than that, older than that, 60.
Yeah.
And that's got to be hard in of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But
dang. Well,
crazy.
Great story.
Well, I'm glad it worked out for her.
Yeah,
You know?
me too.
But yeah, I like doing these little stories like that because, like, you never hear that. And that's why I like doing the headlines too, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. We got to wake up super early tomorrow. So,
yep.
I guess it's time for us to go to bed. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.